If there was a project that you could do as a family that would improve your health, both physically and mentally, and possibly even financially, teach your children important principles such as work and responsibility, and help them feel a connection with your family and God's creation, help you build up your food storage and your family's ability to be self-reliant, would you feel it worth your time? Gardens have so many benefits that planting gardens are well worth the effort. Eating from your own garden has multiple health benefits. Gardening is great exercise for the whole family. Even children who in past generations were very active are becoming obese. 1/3 of the children in the United States are obese, and the numbers are rising. This is according to the Health and Human Services 2008 Physical Activity Guidelines for America. According to an article published by the Mayo Clinic, one of the best strategies to reduce childhood obesity is to improve the eating habits and exercise of the entire family. Our past generations were physically active by necessity. We have to plan exercise into our lives. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, those who choose gardening as a moderate intensity exercise are more likely to exercise 40 to 50 minutes longer on average than those who choose biking or walking. If we only garden to get in shape, it would be worth the effort, but there are so many other benefits. Vegetables grown in a garden have significantly more vitamins and taste better because you can pick them when they are ripe. On the Food and Nutrition Science website, we are told that the length of time that fruits and veggies stay on the vine or the tree contributes both to nutrient content and flavor. The longer foods are able to ripen naturally on the vine, the higher the nutrient content, and usually the richer the taste. Kids and adults that grow their own food are more likely to eat vegetables because they have invested themselves, their time and effort, and they taste better. Gardening is a great time to work together as a family and teach children that working together is enjoyable and is a necessary part of life. In a report published by the State of Michigan Extension Service, we learned that gardening can reduce stress and improve mental clarity and feeling of reward. In a study published by the Journal of Health Psychology, 30 allotment gardeners performed a stressful stoop task and then were randomly assigned 30 minutes of outdoor gardening or 30 minutes of indoor reading. Gardening and reading each led to decreases in cortisol during the recovery period, but decreases were significantly stronger in the gardening group. Positive mood was fully restored after gardening, but further deteriorated during reading. These findings provide the first experimental evidence that gardening can promote relief from acute stress. Other studies have shown that eating more vegetables can significantly lower stress levels. In a study conducted at the University of Sydney in Australia, scientists found that people who eat 3 to 4 servings of vegetables a day had a 12% lower risk of stress than those who only ate 1 or less. When you have tasty fruits and vegetables from your own garden, you're much more likely to eat an abundance of them. Gardening is beneficial in lowering stress, which improves overall health and improving mental processing and disposition. There's something about green growing things that just feeds our soul. Ezra Taft Benson explained one of the first principles revealed to Father Adam when he was driven out of the Garden of Eden. In the sweat of thy face thou shalt eat thy bread till thou shalt return to the ground. All we obtain in life of a material nature comes as a product of labor and the providence of God. Work alone produces life's necessities. More than ever, we need to learn and apply the principles of economic self-reliance. Today, I emphasize a most basic principle: home production and storage. Elder Benson continued, no more timely counsel I feel has been given by President Kimball than his repeated emphasis to grow our own gardens. This counsel was given almost 40 years ago, but is very applicable and timely now. Our children live in a time when self-reliance is not valued by the masses as it was in times past. The Lord expects us to take care of our own and to provide for ourselves to the degree that we are able. It can be difficult to teach children to work when society often rewards them for not producing. They need to feel the emotional rewards of learning to provide for themselves. We are not as happy if we depend on others because we have not learned to take care of our own needs. We also become a burden to others. Those living in homes with very little or no yard may think that gardening is not a possibility for them. I was impressed with Diane Clancy, a sister our daughter taught when she was on a mission in Albany, New York. She lived in an apartment and there was no yard, but up and down steps and in window boxes and anywhere the sun shone, she had planter boxes and pots. One of our daughters lived in a condominium when she was first married, and she also had no yard, but they had a flower box in front of a window. They planted some tomatoes in that flower box, and they were able to bottle some salsa and ate fresh tomatoes for months. Elder Benson continued his talk. Many of you have listened and done as President Kimball has counseled, and you have been blessed for it. Others have rationalized that they had no space. May I suggest that you do what others have done? Get together with others and seek permission to use a vacant lot for a garden, or rent a plot of ground and grow your own gardens. Some elders' quorums have done this as a quorum, and all who have participated have reaped the benefits of a vegetable and fruit harvest and the blessings of cooperation and family involvement. Close quote. Most communities have community gardens available for those who want to participate. The benefits of gardens are many. My father grew up in a home where their garden was life-sustaining. My grandfather had an accident where he lost 3 fingers off his right hand. It became very difficult to make a living after that. Their garden was life-sustaining. I would like to make a challenge to all of us to plant some kind of a garden, whether it is big enough to grow enough vegetables to build your food storage and gain the benefits of physical labor, or whether you have a pot or two with a tomato plant and some herbs. We can all benefit from watching the miracle of growing things, and our children can learn responsibility and the joy of growing their own food.